When Legacy Motor Club announced the suspension of rookie NASCAR Cup Series driver Noah Gragson, the motor racing community was taken by storm. The decision followed a significant social media controversy that brought Gragson's ethics into question. But what led to this? And what does it say about the expectations and responsibilities of racers off the track? But first, hit that like and subscribe. The main reason for all this chaos was because Gragson seemed to support a meme that was really inappropriate. This meme made jokes about the sad passing of George Floyd. Gragson didn't post or share the meme himself. However, there were pictures of him showing that he liked the meme. When you like something, it usually means you approve of it. A lot of people saw this and were upset. Gragson later said he was sorry on Twitter. He confessed that what he did was a mistake and he felt bad about it. Legacy Motor Club, the team Gragson was a part of, didn't waste any time reacting. They were quick to make a decision. In fact, just an hour and a half before a very important practice session at Michigan International Speedway, the team announced something big. They said that Gragson wouldn't be racing because of what he did. This showed how serious they were about the situation. It also highlighted the values and principles that the team believes in. With Gragson not racing, someone else had to take his place. This is where Josh Berry came into the picture. Choosing Berry was a big deal. Why? Because in the past, Berry had shown he was a great racer when he raced for another team called Hendrick Motorsports. However, recently, Berry had joined a different team called Stewart-Haas Racing, so people didn't really expect him to race for a Chevrolet team. The reason he could race was because Legacy Motor Club had plans to change from Chevrolet to Toyota cars. This change made it possible for Berry to be a part of the race. Gragson clicked the like button on a post that many found to be offensive. What might seem like a small action quickly blew up into a big storm of controversy. This situation has made many people start talking about how social media affects the way we see others, especially those who are famous or well-known. In today's world, where everything we do online can be seen by so many people in just a split second, those who are always in the public eye have to be extra careful. There are some of Gragson's supporters who feel that the reaction to his like was way too strong. They think that the consequences were too much for such a small online action. However, many in the racing world believe this is more than just about a single like. It brings up a bigger topic: how important a person's image and reputation are. Race car drivers don't just drive cars for sport. They also play a big role as the face of their sponsors, and they have many fans looking up to them. What they do, whether it's during a race or in their personal time, can make a big impact on the brands and groups of people they stand for. The situation with Gragson became even more complicated at a time when things were already tough for him. There have been quiet talks and rumors going around that Toyota was thinking of replacing him with another racer, John Hunter Nemechek. Now, with this new problem added to the mix, Gragson's position in the world of professional racing looks even shakier. Gragson is a young driver, and there's no denying that he's got skill when he's racing. However, because of what has been happening, he's going to have a hard time. He'll need to work really hard to fix how people see him and to make sure he keeps his spot in professional racing. He's facing a big challenge ahead, and it won't be easy for him to overcome it. After the news about Gragson's suspension began to calm down, people are slowly starting to pay more attention to how other race car drivers are doing. One racer that many are watching is Michael McDowell. Right now, he's just at the point where he might or might not make it into the playoffs. Despite this uncertainty, he's staying positive. However, he does admit that there are other racers, such as AJ Allmendinger and Ty Gibbs, who are giving him tough competition. Speaking of AJ Allmendinger, he's not too far from reaching the playoffs himself. He's only 22 points away from making it. When talking about his chances and his team, he showed both a hopeful and careful attitude. He pointed out how hard his team is working to get everything just right for the races. But at the same time, he mentioned that there are still some races where they're not sure about how things will turn out. On the other hand, Daniel Suarez, who races for Trackhouse, sees things a bit differently. Even though he had great moments with wins in both Nashville and Chicago, being consistent has been a bit tricky for him. Suarez talks about the difficulties brought about by the low downforce package, which makes racing tougher. Yet he remains hopeful and believes that the upcoming races might turn out better for him. Back to the topic of Gragson's suspension. There's a lot of uncertainty. No one knows how long he'll be suspended for. This has led many to wonder about what's next for him. Will this issue just be a small blip in an otherwise amazing racing career, or could it possibly mark a big change in his journey? The fans are divided on this. Some feel that Gragson should be given another chance to prove himself. They believe everyone can make mistakes and deserves the opportunity to make amends. However, there are others who feel that if he's treated too leniently, it might send the wrong message. They worry that it could mean in the future other racers might think they can get away with similar behavior. The unfolding story about Gragson offers an extremely important lesson, not just for racers, but for all sports people and celebrities. In this age of social media, where almost everyone is connected online, there are both good and bad sides to consider. On one hand, these platforms allow athletes to connect with their fans, share their journey, and build their brand. But on the other hand, it also comes with potential dangers. Just one mistake, one comment, or one photo can spread around the globe in minutes. This can lead to damage that might be hard or even impossible to repair in terms of careers and how people see them. Did you know that there are around 3.6 billion social media users worldwide? That's nearly half of the planet's population. It means that anything shared or said online has the potential to be seen by a huge audience. With the motor racing world glued to Gragson's situation, many are also keeping a close eye on other big names in the sport. They're hoping that these racers will watch, learn, and avoid making the same mistakes. Everyone's hoping they understand the importance of their actions, both on and off the track. Racers like Medal, Allmendinger, and Suarez are just a few of the talented individuals in the motor racing arena. They, along with many others, are preparing for upcoming competitions, wanting to showcase their skills on the track. In a short while, the attention will shift back to the actual races and the adrenaline-filled moments that fans love. But for now, Gragson's situation serves as a big wake-up call. It emphasizes a fact that's become crucial in our modern world. How an athlete presents themselves to the public is just as important as their performance in the game or race. It's incredible to think that years ago, racers only worried about their cars and speed. Now they have to consider their online presence and image too. The average person checks their phone about 58 times a day. This just shows how intertwined our lives have become with the digital world. So for athletes, managing their image in this interconnected age is as critical as getting first place on the racetrack. What are your thoughts on the impact of social media on the image and reputation of athletes, especially in the world of motorsports? How do you think race car drivers can effectively navigate the challenges of maintaining a positive online presence while also staying true to themselves? Share your insights and opinions below, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe for more.